nothing to see here.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it. Sorry. And I don't know why the picture is a little, excuse me 1 second. The picture's a little crooked and it's also foggy. I don't know what's going on. Talk to them.
It's ambiance.
It's foggy outside. Yeah.
Yeah, ambiance. And
It's mood lighting. Hold on, you guys.
Mood lighting.
Well, it's still going to have ambiance, but at least we don't look like...
Woo! We made it.
Yeah.
Right on time.
Yep. Sorry about that. We ran into a little bit of a snafu. The software that I use for this,
It's a wee bit tricky.
it just decides what it wants to do, you guys. But good morning. Oh, thank you. It's the soft focus. Yes, Sandy. Yeah, we did that on purpose.
Halo.
Oh, yeah. I have such a halo. So today is this and Kathy. We miss you and love you too. And Ed. Hey, Ed.
Little friend.
How are you, Ed?
Hello, Ed.
So today is Small Business Saturday, and I did not bring my On the Needles. I have 2 design projects on the needles. I got my mojo back,
Yes,
you guys.
you did.
And in true artist fashion, I'm not sharing the designs with anybody until
They're absolutely gorgeous.
I feel centered again. It's very nice. But Sherry has a beautiful off the needles that she designed herself.
So I was inspired.
Adela.
Hey, Adela. I was inspired from my old landscaping days, and this time of year, I mean, it's hot, it's cold, and you just.
I thought that was just menopause.
Well, this year, 2019, it's menopause. It's the hot colds. But I was inspired by turtle fur. And that's the actual name of this. It's a headband.
You wore that a ton. I almost said lifeguarding.
Yes.
Landscaping.
Yes. And the good thing about a headband is
Hey, Dad. Hey, Karen.
when you're really hot, you can put it down on your neck, and you don't have to worry about wearing more and more layers or jackets, and it keeps you warm. If your ears get cold, you just move it up and wear it as a headband. So I love turtle fur headbands. I have several.
I had stuff like that skiing.
So I told Ladianne, after I made a scarf and after I made a cowl, I thought, I'm going to do one of my faves. I am going for the trifecta.
So this was your first Knitting in the Rounds project.
Yes. Yes.
Very proud of her.
So I made a headband out of my fave yarn.
It's like an
Malabrigo.
ear warmer.
Yeah, it's a little bit larger because I wanted it to be 4 inches because I measured, my big fat ear. And so I wanted it to be a little bit larger so it would cover my ears completely and leave the top of my head exposed so all that heat could go.
Adela said she loves headbands because they don't squish her curls like these do. In my next life, I keep telling Sherry, I want curls. The next time around, I want something.
All I can say is good luck with that.
I know.
Straight hair girl.
Gay shaver, hey.
Yeah. So this is my headband, and I am following her lead, being a designer. So this is my famous K3P3. That's what we'll call it, the K3P3.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's Malabrigo beautifulness.
So let me.
Good job.
Thank you. All right.
Allow her to model. Sandy, we have to do a photo
that's not
shoot.
the right way. This way.
You got this.
Oh my God, the pressure. All right. Ta-da!
Whoop whoop! Look at her. She's ready to go out and chop wood.
Ta-da!
Look at your little hairs.
Yeah, and I wear my hair up most of the time. So this is perfect. It fits right up under my crazy hair bun.
I love it.
It's very
You're
warm.
So cute.
Ooh, hot flash.
Woo! She's hot, but yeah.
Oh my God.
So today, I know. Oh, Ellen, hey, how are you? You are
Hello,
a rock star
Ellen.
knitter, by the way, Kathy said.
I am. Very methodical.
in true nerd fashion, I dug up some great stuff about Small Business Saturday. So it just so happens, and I didn't realize this until we were watching the news this morning, but this is the 10th anniversary.
I didn't know that either. That's
of
pretty cool.
Small Business Saturday. So it was started by American Express, and we are now in 2019, and I didn't find this out, but if it started in 2009, I wonder if they did it as a way to help revitalize Main Streets, because it was right after the recession. So maybe, I'm not sure, but I want to show you, remember I told you there's a video clip that I found? I found this great video clip, and I want to share it with you guys. Hopefully the software will, good morning to you, Ellen said. I want to share this video clip. It's actually from Amex's, I think I found it on their Small Business Saturday section of their website, their microsite. But there's apparently this whole series I discovered this morning of episodes that they have about small businesses, and I really want to watch them. Sherry and I both have serious passion for small business.
Serial passion.
Yeah, well, that's true. She owned a landscaping business for 15 years, and
give or take.
Yeah, and so the Queen Awesomeness over here, when I said I want to do something different, and we were riding around going to yarn shops, which she was awesome for doing that anyway. But she said,
I got to spend time with my girl.
Yeah, it was awesome. And she said, I remember.
I got beer out of it.
Yeah, I told her that's right. I forgot about that. There was a bribe. But she said that, she goes, we ought to just open a yarn shop. And I looked at her and I thought, are you joking? Is this a joke?
To me.
It made sense. And so, hey, Mary, how are you? So we decided to go for it. So let me show you this trailer. What I'm going to show you is the trailer for that series of video episodes about small businesses. And then I want to share with you some of what we found about small business. And of course, all of this is to encourage you. We would love for you, if you're in the area, to come to our shop.
Please.
If you're not in our area, please visit a small business today. When I share with you what I found about small businesses, you are going to be astounded. So suffice it to say, small businesses are very special. So let me see if I can get this video clippy doodle working here. All right. Give me 1 second, you guys. All right, here it comes.
It's very scary to start a small business.
The effect of the Great Recession was really profound. When you have a deep financial shock that ripples throughout the economy, that has a deep impact on who's willing to take the risk of starting a new business.
For the first time in our history, the business closure rate exceeded the business start rate.
You hear about the great economy and the growth of businesses, and then you see nothing but empty storefronts.
It's not just a city issue, it's a national issue.
I'm really worried that we're going to be priced out.
See, I'm going to win real big, I'm going to lose everything.
We're going to have over $500,000 in debt.
There's just more stores closing on the street, so it makes me a little worried.
You know, we have a child, we have a home, so there's a lot on the line.
Sometimes, it's up. Sometimes it's down. We've had weeks where we didn't make no money.
Yeah, it get rough. It get real rough.
We put every dime into that restaurant.
I just knew the restaurant had to be on fire.
And it was just really sad. That was the first time that I was just like, oh my God.
That looks amazing.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Man, it just felt so good to go from, what are you going to do with your life, to, oh, I'm so proud of you.
It's not sufficient anymore to say, oh, we love our small business community, but we don't do anything about it.
We need to support small businesses because they have so much to contribute to society.
I realized that our business isn't the building, it's the people. And that was really comforting.
What's next? The world.
The world.
Small business. Gotta love it.
Okay, you guys, so that is the clip that I found, and I really want to see. What you didn't see was I was totally, it's not just menopause, I was totally sitting here getting weepy. So it was that damn lady who was crying.
Wow.
So, all right, Sorry, I'm back. So if you can't tell, I love this.
Very, very passionate. Yes.
I totally am gonna have a Tammy Faye moment. Oh wow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Tammy Faye at the yarn shop. Good morning, Joan. I know. Adela, see, I'm not the only one. She's got weepy eyeballs too.
That was a very good clip.
I want to watch the series.
Everything that needs to motivate you to get off the sofa, get in the car, drive 5 minutes, drive 10 minutes, whatever you need to do.
Just go to an hour. Go
to a local business, spend $5, not because you're wasting money, but you're being supportive.
Okay, and here's a fact though that we saw this morning. Remember?
Yeah.
Spend $5 because 67 cents out of every single dollar you spend stays local. So when you spend money in small businesses, that money supports the community.
Yeah, so the 67 cents is not necessarily staying within the store. It is, going for the taxes, it's going for land improvements, it's going for schools. I mean, it's community dollars.
Well, and
so that's how it
mention,
needs to. That's how you need to get out and, that's why you need to get out and go spend money today.
Absolutely. Well, and there's the whole, a lot of small businesses, a lot of them. Who's the guy, Dave? He does the commercial every morning on the news. He's got an air conditioning.
Do Good Dave. It's ER Plumbing.
ER Plumbing.
Yeah.
So shout out to them because, and also Morris Jenkins does a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
So a lot of small businesses, they don't just put money into the community, they actually partner with community organizations and support communities through action. Exactly. Okay, so you ready to nerd out with me?
Lay it on me, baby. Lay it on me.
Adela said she's had so many cries for days. Why? Because of small business? I don't know. I just love it.
Well, if you need a partner in crying,
hello,
there's your girl. If you need a partner in crime, I'm your girl.
Yeah, there's that. Okay, so a couple of things. I found some. I haven't put these in the show notes yet, but I will because I know there are
That's good stuff.
Plenty of people out there who love this stuff.
Yeah.
So one thing I found, and I didn't realize this existed, and they're going to hear from me. Yeah, well, I'll tell you why. The Small Business Administration has an Office of Advocacy, and I'm going to tell you why I will be contacting them when Cyber Monday comes.
You have crazy hair going in your mouth.
Was it an eyebrow hair?
No.
Old man eyebrow hair? When Cyber Monday comes, I am reminded particularly of the challenges that small businesses who have online components face when it comes to sales tax. You guys have heard me rage about this before. I really have an issue with the way sales tax is handled. I know this doesn't affect everybody here, but the amount of paperwork and administration and ridiculousness,
it's exhausting.
It's crazy. So our accountant, we finally had to say, just help, because we have an online business and I was trying to do the right thing and
pay $7.
It was like $7 worth of sales tax in Florida. And love you, Florida, but dealing with the sales tax office was hell. So this advocacy thing, yes. And if you're a small business owner of any sort and you need help, make your voice heard, say something. Okay, so here's all the cool stuff. This organization, this office, which is part of the U.S. Small Business Administration, they define a small business as an independent business having fewer than 500 employees. If you have less than 10 employees, as we do, you're defined as a micro business.
Okay.
So there's that. In 2016, there were 30.7 million small businesses.
Wow.
Here's the coolest part about that, though. Of all the businesses out there, so you hear about the Amazon, Target, Walmart, all of that stuff, But small businesses comprise 99.9% of all firms.
Wow. That's pretty
Just
cool.
let that sink in for a minute. Okay. So from 2000 to 2018, small businesses created 9.6 million net jobs.
Wow.
I don't know
awesome.
because the way we function is we have staff that work the floor, but we also have teachers.
Sarah, we love you,
hey,
Sarah.
And then we have teachers who work as contractors, like Sandy,
we love you, Sandy,
and Shannon.
We love you, Shannon.
And other folks who come in from time to time. Thank you to them. But I'm not sure if they define jobs as contractor jobs or actual W-2 people.
I would think that it's a combo. I mean, because the 1099s pay taxes, the W-2s pay taxes.
And you have a crazy hair that's right.
I felt it. My unicorn horn was trying to stick out.
Yeah, it's just interesting. Here's an interesting one too. So I found an article this morning. This was on the Amex site, and they were saying that 52% of small businesses operate out of the home, which is awesome. Adela, shout out.
That's where you get started.
It said only 6.9% of those generate in excess of $250,000 a year. The majority had less than $25,000 in sales. So there's a distinction to be made here. If you guys know somebody who kind of does, I know people who do small businesses that are really hobby level, and they
kind of morph into.
They morph into something bigger over time.
Did you see?
Yeah, W2. I know. Karen, come visit. They call those solopreneurs if if it's kind of, I wouldn't say it's like Sandy. So Sandy Rosner, who is a designer, teacher, tech editor, to me, you're a business owner who does freelance work. You're not. They almost made the solopreneur sound like it was really, really small. But they encouraged in this article people who work in the home, if you have a company that you can scale, so you can grow it and add employees, go for it, because it's actually the small businesses that drive our economy. So part of what happened in 2008 is when the funding was called by the Lehman Brothers. If you know the background of all of this. And if you want to learn a lot, watch The Wolf of Wall Street. Was that the one?
With,
what was the one where you guys, what's the movie? And it was done with a narrator. I can't remember if it was The Wolf of Wall Street, but it was one of the movies.
With Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, was that it?
I think so. We watched that.
If you haven't seen that movie, watch it because it's really appalling, but it's good. What was I going to tell you?
Talking about Lehman Brothers and the economy.
So when
crashing.
when they pulled the funding, what happened? It was this huge, massive ripple. So people couldn't pay their mortgages, and I knew people back then. I didn't know you yet, but I knew folks who immediately lost their homes. Yeah. They lost everything. And so if they had small businesses and they had accrued debt against their homes, it became this, it was bad. Also, another thing they say is, so this is for all you dyers, Adela, which we love you, and anybody who provides services or products to a small business, make sure you understand the small business, because there are things, I'm going to tell you, Adela, what you do that's awesome. You showed up, you did the trunk show, you saw the yarn shop operating, how everything worked. You think about us putting, this is a pet peeve and I say this all the time, but price tags on your
label,
on the ball bands, on your skeins. To all the rest of you dyers, please leave a place for the price tag. It's stuff like that. The way the yarn is wound. Adela, I'm going to shout you out again.
It's all in the details.
The Big Short. Thank you, Sandy. The Big Short. That's right.
And then
I want to watch that again.
Yeah.
The Wolf of Wall Street's good too.
Yeah.
But And then also the other thing Adela does, so understanding how a business operates, if you're supplying them, what are the customers like? What are the processes you have to do to get the stuff to the customers? One of the things that happens to us, and this is a reason Sherry will not touch the ball winder, some dyers are not careful when they put the yarn back into a hank.
Oh.
If we put that yarn on the winder and a customer is standing here and the whole thing turns into, you're getting onto
Yeah, I know. I'm experiencing PTSD because when we first opened, I was winding yarn and it just, bleh, it went into this huge knot, and I don't know what happened, but somehow I ended up cutting the yarn, and oh my God, I paid for it.
And that's what happens. We end up eating the cost of the yarn.
Bad. And you know, you have people standing here watching, and they're just
it's
like,
a little
oh
stressful.
God. Yeah.
And we want the customers to be happy. And if they're happy with us, then they end up happy with your yarn. And so, Adela, thank you. Presentation is everything, Adela.
Yes,
totally agree with that.
Totally.
So I want to share a couple of other things. These two little quotes I'm putting up, you saw this one earlier. These are both from Amex. I want to really strongly encourage you to visit the small business site. They've got tons of good stuff. And Sandy and Adela, for people like you who supply yarn shops with services and products, you can totally get in on the shop small as well, which would be a great way to promote your products and services. I know some, you guys may have done this, and if you have, then please just disregard what I'm saying. But there's a lot of great material on there that you can use as promotions. And to people who are watching who are customers, and you're not suppliers or store owners or anything of that sort, you can also help. You know, share the posts that people put up and tell your friends about small businesses, not just on Small Business Saturday, but all year long.
Ditto.
Yes, because that's very helpful. I was just sitting here thinking that would probably...
Bring a friend.
Yeah, exactly. Here's an awesome one that I saw this morning. Over the years, Small Business Saturday spending has now reached a reported estimate of $103 billion with a B dollars.
Wow.
Since
That's
the day it started. Now that's funny because they said it began in 2010, and then this morning they said, oh my God, you guys, I just said it was 2019. It is 2019. Their math was wrong. Did they not say it was 10 years?
Yeah.
And then that thing from their site said it started in, anyways, it's near 10 years. The news said 10 years. Okay. I just didn't fact check that.
There's a curve in there somewhere.
Yeah. That's that. Ball. Oh, it's kind of close. Okay, so here are some other really cool stats. And listen up, y'all, because we're in a women-heavy industry. Yeah.
Hashtag burn bitches.
Yeah, exactly. 50% of small businesses survive 5 years or more. Half of them, you guys. Wow. So let me tell you
Get started, done.
Yeah. The day, I will never forget the day that we signed the lease.
Oh my gosh.
I thought I was going to barf everywhere.
Yeah.
If
I
the
thought
first
she was
year...
Stroke out.
Yeah, I know, Sandy. If the first year was 2019, this was the 10th year, but that statistic, that quote I just showed from the Amex site said they started in 2010. So I'm not sure. I don't know. I get the math of 10, but I think something was off there. Mm-hmm. So when we signed the lease, you guys have heard this story probably before, but there were 2 other locations that we looked at for this shop. I had done a ton of research on population density and spending.
And we were so close each time
to another location.
Yeah. And our gut was saying,
I was
something's
just thinking
not right.
Trust your gut, you guys.
Yes,
that's what my mom always said. Thanks, Mom. Trust your gut. On one of them, it was gut and our attorney saying, this lease is bleep.
Yeah.
So we said, okay, hear ya.
Definitely read the fine print.
and hand it to an attorney if you need to. It is money well spent, and you're supporting another small business in many cases. So then we found this place, and we walked in, and the landlord here had actually been using this as a storage unit. So we walked in, and the floor was gravel, and there was equipment.
Yeah, I mean, it was
awnings,
bare walls. It was new construction.
Yeah, there was no drywall or anything, no water, no plumbing at all, no electricity. But we walked in and we looked around and we were like, yeah, this is it.
Great windows.
We love
everything.
It. Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Yeah. Well, what you're seeing on camera right now is where all the drywall is, but the entire front and side of our store is windows. So we went to sign the lease, and I remember, you know, that weird floaty tingly feeling where you think your legs are moving and you're not really sure. We walked
floaty
in.
Tingly thing.
Well, it's like the horrible nerves. We walked into the real estate office in Uptown somewhere, and we looked at our realtor, or the guy. He was the guy that was handling it at that point. And I kind of had a moment of wanting to run and scream in the dodgeball way. You know what I'm talking about? That is when I was a little kid in elementary school.
I was not a runner or a screamer playing dodgeball.
You were the one throwing the ball.
I was a thrower that would nail your ass.
Yeah, Carrie. Yeah. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, when I was a kid and I played dodgeball, I was not an athlete like this one. So I survived because I think I was invisible. So I would end up being the last person on the dodgeball court with the person that was the best athlete, the best runner, and that one other kid who could just make a raspberry on your butt cheek. Just wing the ball at you. So that's my imitation of running. And I felt like doing that the day we signed that lease. How did you feel when we signed the lease? You were like nerves of steel, you know. She was pretty calm.
I think I was just intense, and I could see exactly what we were doing.
I could see it, but that was a commitment.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time on the back end, front end, at the time. Who knows what it was called? At the beginning, we created an awesome business plan. And so, you know, I'm a planner, and I have to have a process. And I just can't do, my term with Ladianne is I just can't do this loosey-goosey stuff. And I knew starting a yarn shop was going to be debt friendly. And so my name's attached, and you know,
anything with inventory, you guys, sucks up a lot of cash.
Yeah.
And before we walked in,
so we had a solid plan.
Yeah, we had a plan. We had a business plan. We had run the numbers. This was after we had run the numbers previously on starting a blueberry and asparagus farm.
That was awesome.
On our land. It was killer because the spreadsheet said, "Don't do it."
Spreadsheets don't lie.
They don't lie.
They do not lie.
Yeah, we. My friend Stephanie. Hey. Carrie said it doesn't surprise her that you nailed people with the ball.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised either.
I've watched her throw. Unless you were a bully, then I would nail you right in the face. And I would take going to timeout for that one. It's okay.
She's a justice marauder with a dodgeball. Duck dodge. What is it?
Dip, dive, duck, dodge. Let's see. Duck, dodge, dip, dive, and dodge. 5 Ds and dodgeball. It's a great movie. Watch it.
Okay. Oh, Adela, I love you. She said ours is a beautiful shop, but what makes it phenomenal are the people running it. I've been to some gorgeous shops. Sorry, I'm trying to hit the see more button. And they were still meh because the warmth and customer service wasn't there. Thank you. We try really hard. we have our occasional moments. I did get really irritated one time because somebody's kids stuffed mulch into our printer. I didn't behave my best as a shop owner.
Well,
I was pretty irritated, but it happens. Yeah. So my apologies for...
Just pay attention to your children. That's all.
Please watch your kids.
That's all. Just pay attention.
Yeah, that was the only thing they did, but that was the straw that broke this yarn owner's back.
Moving right along.
I know, moving along. Okay, here are more awesome stats. Listen up. And Stephanie, my friend Stephanie, she was the Neptune Princess the year before me.
Oh.
I love you, Stephanie.
Love that picture.
She said, so proud of you both. Okay, which one? The awkward one where my crown had like split my very hairsprayed hairdo into like 2 lobes, and I'm holding the
2 lobes.
Oh, it was ridiculous.
Oh my God!
What are you doing?
I'm looking for the Neptune Princess picture.
While she does that, I'm going to give you more stats.
Yeah, continue. Don't mind me.
So, this is a very strangely worded sentence, but I like it because it's kind of Yoda. 12.3 million is the number of women-owned businesses in the U.S. That's the way they wrote it.
Thank you, Yoda.
I would have begun that with there are, but that's okay. Women of color own 47% of all women-owned businesses, Adela.
Wow, that's
47%.
Awesome.
And minorities own 45% of all small businesses. Awesome. Okay, this one I didn't understand. So they said immigrants have founded 55% of the unicorn startups in the U.S. So I guess truly one of a kind. I would love to know what those are. We're really sad because there was a bakery across the way, a Mexican bakery.
Oh, the Panderia.
Yes. Oh my gosh. And we think they closed, and that makes me really sad because it was really good.
And they had really big cookies.
They did.
I got it.
Oh no, Stephanie.
All right, come on, picture. Okay, so.
Hey, Rosemary. Oh, here. Oh God. Get ready, you guys.
Ladianne.
Let me see if I can get it so it's not. Can you see it?
As a Neptune princess.
It's good that you can't see the details of this because it's kind of appalling.
Oh, the hair.
What you can't.
There you go. There you
go. Okay.
Look at that baby face.
Stephanie. There you go. So let me tell you, this ties in.
Adorable.
Let me tell you what this was. So in high school, I was in show choir with my friend Stephanie, who's watching.
Show choir.
What? We did really good stuff, and we had red sequin outfits, which was awesome.
Wow.
But I was in show choir with Stephanie, and we were sitting in show choir practice one day, and I don't know if there was a lull in the action or what happened, but she turned around and looked at me and she said, "You need to put in your application for the Neptune Princess. Today's the deadline." I didn't drive. I had no freaking clue what this Neptune thing was. So Stephanie...
No one's ever said that to me, by the way.
You should be a Neptune Princess?
Yeah.
Well, I'm really glad she
today's
did.
The deadline.
But let me tell you what that's all about. So in Virginia Beach, where we went to high school, the Neptune Princess was actually tied to the Chamber of Commerce, and one of the primary industries in Virginia Beach is tourism. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the businesses, small businesses, are down along the shore. They're down by the boardwalk. Awesome businesses, really cool, really fun. And so this whole Neptune Princess thing is they get a representative, a young lady.
Whole Neptune Princess thing.
they select a princess from each. Shut up! Give me a hard time. I wore my crown well,
Proudly.
so I did the best I could. Mm-hmm. I was a little bit quirky then. Imagine that. But so my crown was a little. But. We were selected from each high school, and we participated in lots of events. So that area is tied to the military. It's tied to the Navy. And so we did things with the Blue Angels. Mm-hmm. Now I'm wondering, are the Blue Angels Navy pilots? I can't remember, but we did a lot with the military. Yeah, they are, because I know they are. I'm remembering some things. Then we had to ride on the float in the parade.
My God. Oh, how exhausting!
We showed up well, it was awesome because we showed up to represent the next generation of people in our city. it actually was really cool. I know it seems really dorky, but it was really cool. Oh, Mom, I love you. Mom said I was a true asset. You know what, Mom? The asset was you, because you drove me.
Schlepped her ass to the float.
Yes, and Stephanie schlepped my ass to go. She ran me home to get my mom to sign the form. No, I did not forge it. To turn it in. And the story you've also heard before is that when they did we had to sit before a panel. The top 3 girls from my high school, we had to sit before a panel and answer questions. So it was me and 2 cheerleaders. I was not a cheerleader, you guys. Yeah, you wouldn't want to see that. So I sat there, and because I had detention for talking.
Imagine that.
I had detention in history class for talking, and so I sat there in detention. Hey, Astrid. And I memorized all of the presidents in order, which I still remember most of them. I would have to brush up a little, but I've got the order pretty well still. So when they asked us to recite something, it was pretty cool, because they asked us to recite something. The woman who was the head of it said, now I'd like for you to recite something. You can do a poem or, whatever. So they started with me, and I was like, oh, hells yeah. I had detention, so I know something. So I said,
you're such a bad girl.
I was a bad princess. That's a good Disney movie.
The Bad Princess.
You're welcome, Disney. There's your next one.
Great. Stephanie, Ladianne, bad Neptune
Stephanie
princesses.
was the good princess. I was the bad princess. So I recited, I said, I will recite the presidents in order. And I still remember not only the look on the panel judges' faces,
I'm sure,
but the looks on the faces of the 2 chicks I was competing with. And I have to say, I did have a gloating moment, because I got through it and they were like, all right. And then they looked at the next girl and, what are you going to do? And she said, twinkle, twinkle, little star. And I was like, nailed it. This princess.
All right, give us a little bit. Come on, give us a little bit.
Oh, I only remember a little. We'll just do the beginning. So
Okay.
Washington Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, J.Q. Adams, Jackson, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur. And I'll leave you with that. That's the beginning.
Boom.
So anyway, that's
Nice
what I
job,
did. Thanks.
Neptune princess.
Bad princess. Ooh, I may have to design a bad princess sweater.
Ooh.
Thanks, Sandy.
I like it.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up here because
you have Neptune's daughter.
Yeah, I do. That was homage
That's
to
a good
that, and also my dad was a Navy captain, and Mom kept the household going, and me from being a worse princess.
This stool is killing me.
You'd be the fidgety princess.
I am.
So before we head out of here, a few things. One, thank you to everybody, to all of our suppliers, to people who work with us. Oh, yay. Stephanie said she's going to come see us. We have room for you.
Oh,
so,
I see drinks. Going out for drinks. Yay!
Yes.
I'm in.
Carol, you need to come see us, Carol. Yeah. Less than 45 presidents. Yes. Yeah. At that point, I'm trying to remember how many there were at that point. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
What year?
1980, at that point, maybe 86.
80. Wow.
87? I don't know. Something like that. So thank you to everybody for all of your support. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, customers.
Thank you, customers.
Friends,
Thank you,
family,
everybody,
mom and them.
support. Thank you to all of our suppliers. Thank you to our business friends like Adela. Thank you to everyone that we connect with. We know our FedEx guy by name. We love all of the people that interact with this shop, and we're grateful. So thank you to all of you.
It's all about community. I mean, the drive over this morning, Ladianne was talking about, because I pointed out a vintage Volkswagen.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to give her a little, love tap.
I see that same Volkswagen all the time.
And she talked about she would always wave, or she started to wave to the Volkswagen
and I'm hoping she'll
driver.
Wave back eventually.
And I said, well, that's funny because Oakdale Road, where we live, is under big construction. And every morning when I'm driving to work, I see my two same, construction workers.
They're doing work on our road.
Yeah, and I wave to them, and they wave back. And so the other morning, or actually it was Friday when I was working from home. Actually, I was going to get gas for the mower. Working from home. It was after lunch, and I was driving around the construction site, and my girl did a double take, and she waved at me and smiled.
I love that, but that's Sherry too.
And I waved, and I love that.
You're the
so
most
it's all about community. Support
person.
Your community.
Yeah, you're awesome. You're the friendliest ass kicker I know.
Thank you. That's a great compliment.
She is. She's
that
really
will
good.
Be my sash.
That's your princess crown. Yeah. Yours comes with a mallet. She's like Thor. So the one thing that I found that was totally squirreled this morning was how 16 great companies pick their unique names.
Ooh.
Our unique name won an award right when we opened. Sherry is the reason we have that name, and you've heard that story before, but I wanted to share some other businesses. She's going to show you the award we got.
Very proud of this.
We were voted, we didn't enter anything. We just got a phone call from the woman who gave us the award, the organization, and she said, you've been voted the most creative name. Go Sherry. Plus, I love answering the phone. Cheers to you. It's better than yarn. So, anyway.
No, I'm not even going to say it.
Yeah, no comment, but it makes me happy to answer the phone that way. Okay, so here are just a few because they're fun. Volkswagen means, and now I'm thinking about Farfignugan. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And the better one, Effengruven. Remember that? They made all the stickers. I won't say the real one. Volkswagen means people's car. Unfortunately, I bet you didn't know this, Hitler wanted a people's car, but he chose Porsche to carry out the project. Wow. I did not know that.
Wow.
He did not come up with the name Volkswagen, by the way. Yahoo. We all know Yahoo. So the word Yahoo was in Jonathan Swift's book, Gulliver's Travels. Mm-hmm. It represented a repulsive, filthy creature that resembled humans.
Oh, wow.
So the two guys that developed Yahoo, they described themselves that way, so they chose Yahoo as the name for their company. I like that. Okay. And lastly, but not leastly, Reebok. And Stephanie, my friend Stephanie, this is a shout out because in the 80s we wore those moon boot looking Reeboks that came up really high. You had your tight pants
and leg warmers.
Yeah. So y'all, jeggings ain't new. We had jeggings, they just weren't called jeggings. They were called stretchy jeans or something. But you'd wear them with Reebok tennis shoes and those big scrunchy socks, remember?
Yeah, I didn't wear that. But
and what was the thing? Oh, and it was called a scrunchie that went in your hair.
Mm-hmm.
That was the full Megillah.
Yeah.
So Reebok is actually an alternate spelling of the word Reebok, which is Rhebok, and it is the name for an African antelope.
Interesting. Never knew that.
My ability to run was not affected by my Reeboks. I still could not run. So we need to get ready for the day. Want to leave you with a few things. Casa Pink is coming next weekend. There are a couple of spots left in her mosaic and color workshops. Mm-hmm. So sign up if you like. We would love that. December 14th, which is the next weekend, we have Beginner's Day. What this means is if you buy a kit, which it includes your knitting needles, a booklet about how to knit, and enough yarn for you to get going.
This is going to be
you
great.
You get free instruction. Yeah, I'm excited about this.
Beginner's Day.
Yeah, Beginner's Day. And I have to give a shout out because Sandy, Sarah, and I sat and had a strategy session about our education program here. Mm-hmm. And
planning. I love that.
Yeah, and starting to bring new people into our craft, bring them to the dark side. We still have November savings going on. This is an online thing too. Buy one skein of Noro, get one free of the same type.
BOGO!
This actually runs through the end of the year, so take advantage. Also coming up, January 25th, This is a class with Sandy Rosner. This pattern has been selling incredibly well because it is stunningly beautiful. If you want to learn how to knit this, take the class with her. This is a sampler that Sandy wrote, and it is really, really pretty.
That might be above my skill set of K3, P3.
Beginner's Day. Yeah, let's catch up about that, Sandy, because Sarah and I had a conversation about that. So we'll talk about that. But we know that foundationally you will be able to learn to knit. It's possible that we will be doing crochet that day as well, but we'll talk about that. Okay, we have a crochet class coming up. This is Sarah's...
These blocks are so cool.
Yep, Sarah's Wacky Weave, which is... This series is beautiful. Take a look at those. And then also Sandy's by Leah, which is a stunningly beautiful hat and mitts pattern. If you take a look at this online on our website, buy it online, there is a bundle you can buy, and you'll see it when you look at the class. It'll offer you the bundle. You save 25% off the whole deal if you buy it as a bundle. Yep. And it includes the class, the pattern, and the Party of 5 from Sweet Georgia Yarns. So that is it for us today. Thanks, teammate.
Thank you, teammate.
She's awesome.
She is too.
All right, you guys. Yeah, the Bilay is up. Yeah. Have a look at that gay and click. You'll see a little black button that says buy the bundle and save. Grab that one because then you can save on the yarn. And give us a shout if you have any questions about that. All right, you guys, we're heading off to the land of Small Business Saturday.
We're gonna yarn shop it today.
We have 4 $25 gift certificates we're giving away today. So come in, enter the drawings for those. There is also a $50 gift certificate, it's a gift card, I should say, online. The instructions for that giveaway are on our Instagram, so take a look at that. And I think we're set. Ready to roll?
Ready to rock and roll,
right, you
baby.
Guys, thank you for all your support. Thank you for watching today. And
please continue.
Yeah, continue to support us. We love you. We love serving you. And we look forward to this just going on. Let the love continue.
You're working that car wash.
What, this one? All right, you guys. I need to come see you, Carrie. All right. We love you, and we will catch up with you later. Bye.
Mwah.